get down. I can get lonely every time I think about the highs. Yeah, mess me around, and now you keep calling, wondering if you can make it right. I told you it's the end for you, and I swear this time we're through. But it's a lie when you call my name. Yeah, ooh, that sounds so right, so right, so right. Deep down wishing you were mine. Deep down miss you all the time. Dream about what we could have been if we tried up. But deep down wishing you were mine, were mine. You got me so, I wanna go. You got me so, yeah. You got me so, I wanna go. You got me so, yeah. Yeah, need to be strong. As soon as I see ya, you can turn my tables back around. So easy, you got the control. Just hearing your speakers gets me kinda crazy, kinda foolish, foolish. I told you it's the end for you, and I swear this time we're through. But it's a lie when you call my name. Yeah, ooh, that sounds so right, so right, so right. Deep down wishing you were mine. Deep down miss you all the time. Dream about what we could have been if we tried up. But deep down wishing you were mine, were mine. Dream about what we could have been if we tried up. 'Cause deep down wishing you were mine, were mine. You got me so deep down wishing you were mine. Deep down miss you all the time. Dream about what we could have been if we tried up. But deep down wishing you were mine, were mine. You got me so, I wanna go.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. If you need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far. Don't worry, baby, just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry, do worry, do worry. 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe. Remember the day
Never thought that I'd fall in love, 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 love. But it grew from a simple crush, 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 crush. Being without you, girl, never saw messed up, 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 up. When you walked out, said that you had enough, nothing a fool. God, I know, didn't expect this is how things would go. Maybe in time, you'll change your mind. Now looking back, I wish I could rewind. Because I can't sleep till you're next to me. No, I can't live without you more. Oh, I stay up till you're next to me. Till this house feels like it did before. Feels like insomnia. Feels like insomnia. Feels like insomnia. Feels like insomnia. Remember telling my boys that I never fall in love, 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 love. You used to think that I'd never find a girl I could trust, 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 trust. And then you walked into my life and it was all about us, 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 us. And now I'm sitting there thinking I'm
Papaya rules. Papaya rules. Well, welcome everybody to round 9 here in MSC. Let me just jump in the chat so I don't annoy everybody. Let me turn that down as well. Right, okay, here we go. Is it loud? Is it loud, guys? Do you want me to turn it down? Oh, okay. Let me know. Just let me know what the sound's like, because I can alter it. Palandavel is the first driver out on track. So we are back here in the Alonso-Division. Is the game sound okay as well, mate? Right. Is the game sound okay? Can you hear the cars well enough? So we are on board with Palandavel. Sounds it good. If it alters, just let me know, because I can't hear it. So I appreciate it. So we are on board with Palandavel, the man from Sweden. He's going to take us around our first lap here in Q1, down towards Castrol Edge at turn 1. Just using that left-hand side of the curb, DRS enabled. ERS is on for the Haas driver. A little bit of traffic in front of him as he goes up towards turn 2 at Remus. Over the chicane. He's just being a little bit reserved, isn't he? Just on his first out lap. Down towards Schlossgold at turn 3. And around there, just guiding it to the outside line there, nearly touching the gravel actually, in towards turn 4. nice and tight to the chicane, early on the throttle, and then in towards turn 5 and 6. And this is a clean lap down towards Rint at turn 7, and it's the double right-handers in towards the Red Bull corner, the home of the Red Bull, and then down towards the line we go. And Palandavel with a 1:47 is your guide for Q1. And Bradders just starting his flying lap. Then we have a Kick Sauber, and the Dutchie goes a 1:05.3. Then comes a couple of other drivers, and that is Little Drips, the driver from Scotland, with a 1:05.8. And McLaren is going to be next. That's Mum and Ryder. So it's Sweden 1-3. He's out on the mediums, a 1:05.4 for him. And then we do have Asters, the Irishman, goes up to P2, a 1:05.0. So that was a very good lap by Palandavel, the Aston Martin of Smalley, the Dutchman, a 1:06.8 for him. Might have to find a little bit of improvement. Taz with a 1:08.9, the man from Greece. And that is Demir that goes up to P4 as well on the mediums, a little bit quicker by 4/1000ths of a second to the Dutchie. To Mum and Ryder in the McLaren behind him. And then we have a Ferrari who's invalidated it. That's Ali, the Belgian driver, just starting his flying lap. Carlos Sainz, the Spaniard, coming around the Red Bull corner at turn 8, and then down towards the line we go. And up to P7 on the mediums. We have a Mercedes driver coming around now. That is Shane Bollen down towards the line. He goes up to P9 with a 1:05.9. And then we do have a couple more drivers. Mum and Ryder is going to go for another lap. He's out on the mediums, so you can just play around with that. Asters also going for another lap. So he's overfueled at the moment. Taz as well. So a lot of the drivers just setting a few laps. And then we do have a Ferrari, that is Dangerous Dave, coming to the line. It's a 1:11.7 for him. He won't be happy with that one. Be right on an out lap. Ali is going to be next. He's invalidated it again, the Belgian. Phoenix Gray, who's always out of the pit lane first, is not even out of the pit lane yet. So Carlos Sainz coming round and into the pit lane. Shane Bollen is on an in lap. Lewis W is on a flyer, so let's stay on board with him as he goes up towards Ramus at turn 2. He's got a purple sector 1, the Haas driver. His teammate is currently fastest in Q1 with 12 minutes to go. Down towards Schloss Gold at turn 3. This is where the DRS kicks in as well, so we'll see a lot of overtakes here this evening. Over the apex at turn 3. And then up towards turn 4 we go. If you want to join MSC, the Discord is in the chat. In towards turn 5 at Verf Curve. And down towards turn 6 and 7. The two right-handers, turn 7 and 8. In towards Lint. And down towards the Red Bull corner at turn 8. And pedal to the metal, and it's Lewis W that goes fastest, a 1:04.7. That is 3 drivers into the 1:04.7s now. And then we have Red Bulls, that is MJ Ryan. It's their home Grand Prix here in Austria. So MJ Ryan, B Wright, is right behind him as well in the V-Cab. Sorry, he's not in the V-Cab. MJ Ryan down towards the line. He goes up to P10. Then we have B Wright in the V-Cab on the mediums, going down towards turn 7. And we'll see what the driver from Bristol can do. A little snap there, kept it valid. Down towards the line he goes. It's a 1:04.5 on the mediums. Jake, the lad, comes through on the softs, a 1:04.3. And it's McLaren V-Cab Haas at the opening stages of this Q1 session. We do have a Ferrari who's invalidated it again. That's Ali. And the man from Belgium is really struggling. He's got no DRS, but he's staying out. He does not want to use another set of tyres, but he's got no DRS. And I think he's just realised that he's left it on, actually. I've got a feeling that he did not mean to leave it on the outlap. So he'll be kicking himself. Phoenix Gray's just started his lap. Here comes MSC F1 Cinders down towards turn 7 at Rint. In towards turn 8, just hugging the apex. Cinders comes down towards the line, and it is 106.0. It's P17. Phoenix Gray in the V-cab goes purple sector 1 down towards Schlossgold for the Flying Scotsman. So in towards turn 5 at Verve Curve. Sorry, Roach at turn 4, and then in towards Verve Curve at turn 5. Over the chicane at turn 6, and then down towards Lint at turn 7. It's a beautiful circuit here in Austria, in the mountains, the home of the Red Bull. And to the line, and it's P3 just behind his teammate of B Right. So the V-Cav's looking very strong, and Bradders comes back through and says, I'll take that back off you, thank you very much. And up to P3 for Bradders. Asters in the Williams is improving. He's half a tenth up as he comes around turn 5 at Verve Curve. So, I'm just having a look here because that's a 104.2 by Asters. That is a brilliant lap in Q1. His teammate of Carlos Sainz, who's just starting another lap on the mediums once more. So none of the drivers really wanting to use their soft compounds. We know that a lot of circuits in Formula 1, you don't necessarily need to touch the soft compound tyres, and you see it a lot. We've seen it last week. I'm trying to think what circuit it was, but we've seen it last week where the drivers would either start on the mediums or the hards, and that would be the majority of the race, either on the hards or the mediums. We've seen it the week previous, we've seen it in Hungary and in Belgium. You very rarely touch the soft compounds, but here in Austria you want to be touching them softs at some point in the Grand Prix because they're a brilliant tyre to race on. Carlos Sainz entering into the pit lane, spins it. And the Spaniard might get a DSQ if he tries to reverse into that pit lane. He wants to be careful. Wow. And the Haas Carlos Sainz with a 5-place grid penalty, and well-deserved penalty at that. Palander Vel, the Swedish driver, has gone flying into the Spaniard. And he will not be happy with that. It was really, really silly. It was a rookie mistake there from Carlos Sainz. You can't try and reverse into the pit lane when you've spun it around the final corner. People are starting flying laps. They're coming round at a high speed, and I'm sure he'll know that. He'll be kicking himself, Carlos. He'll know that he's made a huge mistake there, and he's going to pay the price. He's got a 5-place grid penalty for the start of this Grand Prix, and already that says everything you need to know with 7 minutes to go. But I think Carlos Sainz now just needs to pick his head up, realise he's made a mistake, and we move on. And I think Palander Vel will be the one that's more frustrated at this point. But we move on to the other Swedish driver of Mum and Ryder, who's currently in P8 in the Papaya McLaren. Will there be Papaya rules here this evening? Mum and Ryder has backed out. Dangerous Davies mowing the grass, doing a Volta Valtteri Bottas. The Dutchie just starting his flyer. Jonathan in the Aston Martin, briefly in front of him. So a bit of drama in Q1. The yellow flags are waving. I tell you what, Carlos Sainz did really well not to get disqualified there. Be right with tyres causing a day in Q1. The Ferrari of Ali is gonna finally set a lap. He's got a Mercedes in front of him. Phoenix Gray, that's both V-carbs out of Q1 now. Well, not out of Q1, retiring from Q1. Here comes Ali. He's going to get a slipstream from that Mercedes in front of him. And Ali goes up to P7. They say that a driver, here comes Demir on an outlap, they say a driver within was it within... I'm sure it's something like within 700 metres of you, or something like that. Within 7 seconds of you, you will still gain an advantage being behind them. Oh, he's invalidated it, Jonathan. Oh, Taz is round. Shane Bolland to the line. He does improve, stays P14, right on the brink of elimination. Taz in the Mercedes is also going out at the moment as it stands. Little Drips will try and improve with 5 minutes to go. But yeah, that definitely would have helped him up towards the line. Smalley just coming out of Ramusa, turn 2. Little Drips down towards the rim at turn 7. How you doing, Isman? I hope you're okay, mate. You're my favourite to win the season, as stated in my interview with Demir, I think it was, who sent me the message. Great load of questions, actually. I think it was JK, or was it? I can't remember. I'll have a look. So Demir up to P10. Shane Bolland and Taz, the 2 Mercedes driver, looking a little bit sluggish around here at the moment, but still 4 minutes to go. Smalley has invalidated it as well. You've got Mullen Ryder and Demir. Mullen Ryder has invalidated it. MJ Ryan is on an outlap. Shane Bolland cannot improve. Little Drips in the Alpine will stay on board with Smalley and see what he can do. So up towards turn 2 for the Aston Martin driver. So the Dutch driver in the British car here in Austria. Yeah, Isman, but the thing is, as I always say, and the best person to talk to, honestly, about championships and about not being the quickest driver on track is B. Wright. I've seen him win 3 world championships and he wasn't the fastest driver on track in any of them championships. And it went down to the last race of the season after 20 rounds into Abu Dhabi on every one of the seasons when he won it. He won every one of them on the last race of the season. So, yeah. Smalley down towards the line. Here comes the Dutchman. And he stays P20. He's down on his lap time. He's got 3 minutes to go. MJ Ryan is on the lap, so we'll jump on board with the Red Bull. He's half a tenth up as he goes in towards Verf Curve at turn 5. What can the Welshman do? That was a driver just moving up. That was Palander Vel going up to P3. So MJ Ryan down towards the Red Bull corner at turn 8. And it's slow through there for MJ Ryan. Oh, I think he's just reserving his DRS to actually put in a flyer. Carlos Sainz is back out in the Williams. And he is going to go for it. So Carlos Sainz knows he's got to find something in the tank here. He's got a Haas driver in front of him who he could potentially get a slipstream off, and that's exactly what he's going to do. A cheeky move from the Spaniard as he goes into Slosh Cold at turn 3, and then early on the throttle, that Haas is right on the tail of the Williams. Down towards turn 4, in towards turn 5 at Verf Curve, and it's a purple sector 2 for the Williams driver, and the Spaniard is absolutely flying. He needs to. He's currently in P18 and will be going out in Q1 if he doesn't improve. The Red Bull corner he goes for, he's kept it valid down towards the line for Carlos Sainz, and it's P11 and he is currently going through. Jonathan will be next in the Aston Martin. He's just started his lap. He's currently sort of on the limit in P13, but he's only 2 tenths away from going out. So in towards turn 2 for the Aston Martin driver. Carlos Sainz moves up to P11. We do have a couple of drivers coming to the line. Here comes Little Drips to start his flyer. The McLaren of Mullen Ryder also about to put in one more lap. The Dutchie starting his penultimate lap in Q1. There's a V-cab just moving out of the way for Jonathan as he comes down towards turn 5 at Verf Curve. Is he improving? Can the Dutch driver get into Q2? Down towards Rint at turn 7. Nice and tight to the chicane. In towards Red Bull corner at turn 8. He'll burn the rest of his battery. That rear wing will open. And Jonathan stays P13, but he does improve by 0.2 of a second. So he's given himself a bit more of a safety net, but he's not moved up any positions. Shane Bolland is trying to get to the line for one more run. He's got 13 seconds. He'll probably just make it. Here comes Little Drips. He's invalidated it. He's got to get to the line to go again. Shane Bolland gets there. Little Drips is out of Q1. The McLaren and Mullen Ryder, the checkered flag has been waved. Mullen Ryder is going to be next. Goes up to P6. What about the Dutchy? In the Sauber, he is improving. And the Dutchy is right on the limit. He is in P15 and he is the driver at risk. Taz, can he find anything in the tank? The man from Greece. A little snap coming out of turn 6. Down towards turn 7 at Rint. Can Taz find anything into the pit lane? Taz is out. Jonathan going into the pit lane. Here comes MJ Ryan, the Welshman. And that is it. It's all on Shane Bolland, whether he goes through or the Dutchy goes through. It's in his own hands. He's half a second down, Shane Bolland. He's not had a great lap just when he needed it. He needed to find 0.2 of a second. If he can have an incredible Sector 3, you never know what's possible. You don't know what Sector 3 he had previously. Here comes Shane Bolland in the Mercedes. But he's down to the line and it's going to be a double Mercedes elimination here in Austria. Shane Bolland and Taz go out. So that is the end of Q1. So Asters is the fastest driver on track in that Williams. Jake the lad in the McLaren in P2 and Palandavel in the Haas in P3, but they were all running the soft compounds. Then comes the VCAB of B-Right and Bradders in the Alpine, both on the mediums. But the bottom 5, it is Smalley, the man from the Netherlands in the Aston Martin, that goes out in P20. MSC F1 Cinders in the Red Bull goes out in P19. Little Drips in the Alpine, the Scotsman, out in P18. And then it's the double Mercedes elimination. The Greek driver of Taz goes out in P17, and Shane Bolland, the Scottish driver, goes out in P16. The Dutchy just scraping through. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it. I'm hoping it's a really good race for the lads. So into Q2 we go. That Q1 flew by, didn't it? So, who's going to be the first driver out on track? Hopefully not the safety car. It looks like it is going to be the safety car out on track first, as he was heading out. I'm hoping he doesn't crash it like Burt Mylander. Yeah, glitch. It's a shame we can't ride on board with him. So we see movement in the Williams garage. And the, both. It was Carlos Sainz. So he's going to be the first driver out, the Spaniard. So we'll stay on board and see what he can do. Remember, if you want to join MSC, the Discord is in the chat. So on board with Carlos Sainz. So, Carlos Sainz will be the first driver to set a lap in Q2. We'll ride on board with him. So, out of the Red Bull corner at turn 8, down towards the line, and here we go. There we land. In towards turn 1 at the Castrol Edge. Over the chicane he goes. A little bit of traffic in front of him. He might even use him to his advantage as he goes slightly uphill towards turn 2 now. And the Williams driver just slamming on them brakes. He's took a huge chunk out of the corner there. And he's invalidated his lap. He will be kicking himself. Here comes Phoenix Gray, who does do the cheeky little move of nicking a little bit of DRS as he goes down towards Slosh Gold at turn 3. Around that chicane early on the throttle. And then in towards turn 4. The left-hander just gliding through there, using that outside curb to his advantage as he comes through Verve curve at turn 5 and in towards turn 6. A little bit of shake through there and down towards turn 7 at Rint for the Visa Cash App RB. In towards turn 8, the final corner, and down towards the line we go. Phoenix Gray with a 104.7, and that is your benchmark. Carlos Sainz is into the pit lane. Here comes Mumman Ryder, the Swedishman. To the line we go, and it's a 104.9 on the softs. Here comes both Saubers. Demir with a 105.1. What about the Dutchie? The Dutchie goes P2, a 104.9. And then we have the Red Bull of MJ Ryan to the line. The Welshman goes P2, a 104.7. Both Haas drivers. Lewis W goes fastest with a 104.6. Verlander Vel just starting his flying lap. Jake the Lad also starting his flying lap. Ali, the man from Belgium, just around the corner as he gets the safety car in his way. Slipstream off the safety car at 106.6 for Ali. He's going to have to find something else to get into Q2. Dangerous Dave is next. To the line we go, up to P3, a 104.7. That is 3 drivers into the 0.7s now. The Aston Martin is going to be next. That is Jonathan, goes up to P8, a 105.3. And then the V-Carb of Phoenix Gray going into the pit lane. The other V-Carb of B right, just coming out of turn 6 and down towards Rint at turn 7. Oh, Tokyo drift through turn 7. He keeps it. If he gets through with that drifting to the line, it's a 105.1 and it's up to P8. He might have to find a little bit more. Bradders just behind the safety car. Then we have the Haas driver of Vel, who's invalidated it. Did he do it on the final corner as well? That will invalidate his lap. The following lap as well. And Jake the Lad with a 104.6. 13 1,000ths quicker than Lewis W in the Haas. The other Ferrari of Ali did improve. Did he improve? So a couple of the drivers not knowing what to do now. Carlos P1 says Isman. We shall see. Here comes Bradders over the final corner. And this is just an outlap run. But he does get a time on the board. But now he's got full battery to plough through these corners. Over Castrol Edge he goes with that rear wing open, the DRS enabled. Up towards turn 2. It is full quali, Dennis. Out of turn 2 and down towards Schloss Gold at turn 3. Sorry, guys. Dennis, I think there actually might be 1 seat spare. Join the MSC Discord and I'll vouch for you. I know you're a very, very clean driver. And I've seen you drive for probably 3 years now. So, Isman also wants to reserve, but it's full. Oh, I thought there was a spare seat. There mustn't be. So, yeah, sorry about that, mate. Right, down towards turn 7. He has invalidated it. Bradders. Asters is back out in the Williams. Yeah, I'll send you one, mate. Next time, definitely. Yeah, as Bambo said, exclamation mark. I think it's exclamation mark Discord and it'll come up. There we go. So Asta's in the Williams down towards Schloss Gold at turn 3. And then you've got Carlos Sainz also on the lap. So both Williams drivers trying to get out of Q2 here. Carlos Sainz is actually way down on his lap, so we'll jump back on board with the Irishman of Astas. one of my favourite liveries is that Williams. I think the best thing they ever did was add that Duracell battery onto like the I can't remember the name for where it is, but right at the top there, where the above the halo. What's it called now? The air something. But that link didn't work. Okay, 1 second. But I think it's a brilliant design that to put that there. I thought I got a lifetime link. It must just be a 7-day link, that one. I'll have to update that. I think he's got one. There we go. Dennis, the safety car glitches out because this league, MSC, our league runs no safety cars. It glitches out during qualifying. It's a strange one. So Asters went up to P7 in the Williams. Mum and Ryder getting a slipstream off the safety car and down towards Slosh Gold at turn 3. Oh, Asters just destroyed the brake marker. So that might put a few drivers off. And Mum and Ryder is improving, 2.5 temps up. So down towards turn 7 for Mum and Ryder. And over the final chicane down towards the line. And Mum and Ryder goes up to P1. It's a 1-2 McLaren in Q2. And that is how it's done. B. Wrightstein, his run again. And here comes Bradders for an outlap. We've got a Sauber of Demir also about to start a flying lap. 6.5 minutes to go. Jake the lad with another run. The Haas of Palandervel is improving. So Palandervel in towards turn 7 we go. And down towards turn 8, right over the curb at the Red Bull corner. Down to the line, Palandervel goes quickest, and it is now heating up here in Austria. The Ferrari will be next, and that is Dangerous Dave just starting his flying lap also. Carlos Sainz on an outlap. Let's jump on board with the driver. Purple sector 2 for B right. He is 2 temps up as he comes around turn 6. Down towards Rint at turn 7 for the Visa Cash App RB. Slides again. Every time he comes around there, he's sliding. Down towards the line goes B right. Is he going to improve? It's a 1:04.4. And he goes fastest in Q2. And next is the Alpine. Bradders finally going to get a lap, and he goes even quicker. Up to P10 goes Demir, the 2 McLarens. That's Jake the lad, who goes a 1:04.8, doesn't improve. His teammate Moore Ryder going into the pit lane. The 5-minute marker is here. Asters back on an outlap. So some incredible lap times now being set. Bradders is on top though. So we've got 2 British drivers, P1 and P2. 2 Swedish drivers in P3 and P4. Then we have 2 British drivers in P5 and P6. And then comes the rest of the United Kingdom. Scotland next, England next, and Wales in P9. Then comes the Bosnian in P10, the Dutchman in P11, the Irishman in P12. Then comes the Dutchman, the Spaniard, and the Belgian to complete the top 15. So that is Jake the lad on an in lap. Is that MJ Ryan? He's on an out lap. Carlos Sainz is on a flyer. We'll stay on board with him and see what he can do as he comes out of turn 2. Jake the lad calls it a day, and he thinks that will be good enough to get in to Q3. However, he is only 3 temps away from going out. So, very brave decision. But 3 temps is a lot of time when around somewhere like Austria. Like 3 temps seems like minimal, but not when you're putting it all on the line around a short circuit like this. I think it's the shortest circuit on the calendar, if I'm not mistaken. or not the shortest, because I know Monaco's the shortest. In fact, it's actually against the rules, Monaco. Each track should be at least 2.5 kilometres long, and I'm pretty sure Monaco is 2.3 kilometres, but they keep it on the calendar because of its heritage. But I meant fastest lap is around Austria. MJ Ryan going back into the pit lane, 3 minutes to go. Is B right on another flyer? So up towards turn 2 for the V-cab. Out of Ramusen down towards Schlossgold, DRS enabled, rear wing is open. Oh, he's closed it, he's backed off. He's backing off. Has he got enough fuel to go for one more lap? He's in P2, he's probably safe enough there. Lewis is behind him now on a flyer. The hairpin is turn 3. Is that the... Oh right, is the hairpin at the top of the hill turn 3? I'm mistaken then. I must have got it wrong. I always thought that was turn 2. Let me get a track map up in case I'm getting it wrong. I think you're right. Yeah, because I always thought Schlossgold was turn 4. So let me just... Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, Isman. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you. I'd have been saying it wrong all night. You're absolutely right. So Lewis goes up to P3. Phoenix Gray is back out. He's on a lap as he goes down towards turn 4. Around the right-hander, in towards turn 5 and down towards turn 6 at the Pirelli corner. So I've been getting the corners wrong by like 1 or 2 corners. Through turn 7 at Verf and into 8 and then down towards Rint at turn 9. So Rint is turn 9, not turn 7, but if I'm looking at the correct track map. Over the Red Bull corner at turn 10, down towards the line goes Phoenix Gray and up to P5, a 104.5. Demir is now on the lap. Here comes Asters to start his flyer. So does Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan's out. Jonathan's out. He's invalidated it over the very final corner, which invalidates the lap after as well. So he is out, Jonathan. He will be devastated about that. So let's try and jump on board with the front runners. Here comes Dangerous Dave. He's invalidated it as well, but he might have enough time to get to the line. Demir and the Dutchy, both the Saubers, fighting for position. One's the driver at risk, one's just sitting out. So Dangerous Dave does make it to the line. Here comes the Dutchy. You'll never guess where he's from as he comes around turn 10 and invalidates it. The Dutchy is out. Here comes Demir. Can he improve? Demir goes P8. Dangerous Dave can do no, he just touched the line. And up to P10. Asters. Sorry, that was Carlos Sainz is out. MJ Ryan is now the driver at risk. The Dutchy is out as well. Jonathan's out. Here comes Asters, the Irishman. And Ali goes up to P8. MJ Ryan is out. Asters is out. What has just happened to Asters? So that is it. Everybody else is through. Incredible qualifying. Dangerous Dave doesn't even need to do anything now. He is through, but he is improving just to prove a point. The lap times so competitive as well. Dangerous Dave down towards turn 9 at Rint. Down in towards the Red Bull corner at turn 10. And Dangerous Dave will put in a lap, and it's up to P6 for the Ferrari driver. Demir is through. MJ Ryan out, Carlos Sainz out, the Dutchy out, Asters out, and Jonathan's out. Wow, so a lot of drivers I did not expect to see go out there. One of the big names going out is obviously Asters. The Irishman has got a lot of pace, but he screwed up that final lap. And he will be watching from the Williams garage. He is very quick indeed. It's unfortunate for him. So, we are moving on to Q3. The business end of qualifying. Bradders is the fastest driver on track, B Wright in P2 and Lewis in P3. But at the back, it's Jonathan in the Aston Martin that goes out in P15. Astor's in the Williams goes out in P14. The Dutchy on the mediums goes out in P13 in that Sauber. The other Williams of Carlos Sainz goes out in P12. And MJ Ryan in the Red Bull. The Welshman is out in P11. Demir the Bosnian just scrapes through. So Phoenix Gray is the first driver out on track again. See what he can do. Phoenix Gray has become so competitive, and as a driver, we always knew he was quick. He's already a champion. We always knew Phoenix Gray was a very quick driver, especially over one lap in qualifying and stuff like that. Phoenix Gray is one of the best drivers over a one lap. That's why he's always first out. He likes to get going. But in the races, sometimes he can fall off a little bit, especially off the starts and stuff like that. But this season, he has just turned it up, and he's just hit that next level. And in the races, he's bringing home big points. He's finishing. He's getting podiums. He looks incredible. He's fighting with the big dogs at the top. He looks super competitive this season. You can see the massive improvement that Phoenix Gray has shown recently. Over turn 1 at Castrol Edge, down towards turn 2, and then we go slightly uphill with that DRS enabled towards turn 3 at Ramus. Over that apex he goes, and then that DRS will kick in once more. Rear wing will open, the battery will be enabled as we go down towards turn 4. Just hitting them brakes nice and tight to the chicane, early on the throttle to the outside, and down towards turn 6 at Pirelli corner. Just easing off the throttle and then back on it midway through the corner, in towards turn 7 at Verf. Over the curve to the right hand side at turn 8, and then down towards Rint at turn 9 for the Visa Cash App RB. And he's going to be the first driver to set the benchmark. He will go on provisional pole. It's a 1:04.4 for Phoenix Gray. Next is going to be the Haas driver of Polander Vel. Can he improve any more? Down to the line, it's a 1:04.9 for Polander Vel. And here comes B Wright, a 1:04.1 for B Wright. The Haas driver of Lewis W comes through. He's not going to be able to improve to provisional pole. It's P1. Jake the lad goes P4, a 1:04.4. Mum Rider into the pit lane. The Sauber of Demir goes purple sector 2 as he comes around Verf corner at turn 7 and in towards turn 8, down towards turn 9 for the kick Sauber driver of Demir. 9 minutes to go here in Q3, into the final corner. He's invalidated. He cut it way too much there, Demir. And he's got to go all the way back round. What about Bradders in the Alpine? Can he fight for the top spot, separated by half a tenth? In towards turn 9. And over the curb at 10, he's kept it valid exactly, but a bit shaky he was. To the line, it's a 104.148. And pole position is separated by 1/1000th of a second. Palandavel into the pit lane, so is his teammate of Lewis W. Dangerous Dave starting his lap. Demir has got to go again, but he's invalidated it. Dangerous Dave coming out of turn 3. He's also invalidated it. So that is the first run for the drivers. And it is B right that tops the list at the moment. 3 drivers are in the 104.1s. That is extremely close to have 3 drivers separated by less than half a tenth. So Dangerous Dave will go again. I'm just going to do a quick sound check. So Dangerous Dave goes into the pit lane. That means every single driver are now sat back in their garages. Phoenix Grey is coming back out. But remember, guys, exclamation mark Discord in the chat if you're watching. I know that Jonathan streams the races on TikTok and Facebook. If you're watching on them platforms, just check the bio. The Discord link will be there. It's a non-safety car league. Brilliantly run race every Monday and Tuesday at 8 p.m. Full qualifying, no safety car, and an incredible community. Over 18s only, just adults racing from start to finish, no interventions, and that's how it is. So Phoenix Grey on his outlap. He's currently a 104.4. This might be his final run though. We don't know if he was on scrub tyres before though. So Phoenix Grey down to the line, and we go again with the Scotsman. Over turn 1, a nice line through there at the Castrol Edge. And then through turn 2. And then we go uphill towards turn 3. He is 2/100ths down on his lap time at the moment, but that won't matter as long as he starts to improve through sector 2 and 3, down towards turn 4 for Phoenix Grey. And we will now see as he comes out of Pirelli corner at turn 6, that's where we'll see the next sector split time. Around Pirelli corner, we will see if he's up or down now for Phoenix Grey. He's down by nearly 1/10 of a second, but you don't know what he can do in sector 3. Let's see as he goes down towards the Rint at turn 9 for Phoenix Grey. He's burned all of his battery. It's a nice line through there. This one's got to be spot on, and it was. And this is where he can find that improvement. Phoenix Grey to the line. It's a 104.3, and he did improve. And the reason he improved because his previous lap that he did set, he had that little shake coming out of the final corner. And that was what it was. That is exactly what it was worth. 2 tenths because he was a tenth down on his lap. Dangerous Dave is on a lap. So is the Haas of Lewis W. He's down on his lap time though. Back into the pit lane he goes. What about the McLaren of Mum and Ryder? Over the corner at turn 10. He didn't take as much as he probably would have liked to. But Mum and Ryder goes P6. And just behind his teammate. That is super close. Dangerous Dave coming down towards turn 9 now in that Scarlet Ferrari. And over the curb at turn 10, a little bit wider than he would have hoped, but still a very good lap. And Dave goes up to P5 and in front of both McLarens by 3/1000ths of a second. Here comes Demir in the Kick Sauber. Over turn 10 we go. What can the Bosnian do? To the line, it's a 104.777, and it's P8 for him. B-Right has invalidated it. He's still got a full battery. and he's got enough time to actually pit and come out again because the laps are so short. So who's that? McLaren, that is Mum and Ryder, and he's just building up his DRS for a lap. So this is it, 3 minutes to go in qualifying. Remember, we do have a 5-minute break before the race, so don't go anywhere. I'm going to go and obviously grab a drink and everything, but do not go anywhere. 5-minute break, and then we are into the race. So Bradders on an outlap in the Alpine. So we will stay on board with the man that says he's going to get into the 103s. Let's see. Mum and Ryder is out, calls it a day in Q3. Bradders over Castrol Edge at turn 1 and then uphill towards turn 2 and 3 at Ramus. And he is 18 1/1000ths down on his lap time. He's invalidated it. He's bowled it. Has he got enough fuel to set another lap? Phoenix Grey is back out again. Palandavel in the Haas is on a flyer. And he's got that V-carb in front of him that he can maybe nick a bit of a toe off him. And he's 1/10 up on his lap time. He's gone purple sector 1 for the Haas driver. And that V-carb is still in front of him, just weaving around, just warming up them tyres. And he is not going to give him any help whatsoever. Palandavel into turn 4 we go. And just slams on them brakes as late as possible around turn 5 and up towards Pirelli corner at turn 6. This is a really neat lap. It's a purple sector 2. He's half a second up here, Palandavel. He is flying. A slight mistake over turn 8, but hopefully that didn't implement too much damage. Around turn 10 at Red Bull corner, runs wide. And that is it for Palandavel, who was looking extremely quick there. So he's not going to be able to improve. Ali is on an outlap, a minute to go. B. Wright is also on an outlap. Bradders is trying to improve as he comes around turn 4. Palandavel calls it a day. Phoenix Greystein, his flying lap. Bradders is just in front though. He's 9 1/1000ths down on his lap time. Nothing more Demir can do. 40 seconds to go. He's nearly 4 temps up here, Bradders. He wasn't bluffing. He said he was going to get into the 103s, and he's going to do it here without any mistakes. Around turn 9 and in towards Red Bull corner at turn 10, and he has got it right. Down to the line, Bradders with a 103.8. Incredible. Lewis W just going to reach the line for one more run at it. Phoenix Grey has gone purple sector 2, so he's finding more. Down towards turn 9 for the Scotsman. Into the final corner at Red Bull. And down to the line for Phoenix Grey. Phoenix Grey goes P3. 3 drivers now in the 104.1s. This is Ali, the man from Belgium, around turn 9. He's yet to set a lap time. Over the apex at turn 10. And Ali will go up to P5. Jake the Lad up to P2. For Jake the Lad, B. Wright is improving. B. Wright stays P3. 3 drivers finally getting into the 103s. What about Lewis? He's not finding improvement through sector 1 or 2. Bradders is provisional pole here in Austria. The only man that can stop him now is Lewis W. Around turn 9 and 10 for the British driver. To the line we go for Lewis W. Lewis goes P4. Pole position goes the way of Bradders. What a qualifying session that was. Bradders has taken pole. So it is F7R Brothers in the Alpine that takes pole position here in Austria. Jake the lad in the McLaren will start alongside him in P2. On the second row of the grid, it's B Wright in the V-Cab in P3 and Lewis W in the Haas alongside him in P4. On the third row of the grid, Phoenix Gray in the V-Cab in P5 alongside him, the Scuderia driver of Ali in P6. On the fourth row of the grid is Scuderia teammate of Dangerous Dave in P7 and Mum Ryder in the McLaren in P8. On the fifth row of the grid, it's the Bosnian of Demir in the Sauber and Palandevel, the man from Sweden, in the Haas. Right, guys, we do have a 5-minute break. Do not go anywhere. I will be back with you very shortly for the race. Right, it is a race time, everybody. This is what we've all waited for. The time has come, and here we go for round 9 in the Alonso-Division. And it's lights out and away we go. Down towards turn 1, it's Bradders that got a good start. The McLaren has a little peak, but doesn't go for it. B-Right stays in position. Mum and Ryder is fighting with Belandervel, but Belandervel comes back at him. Dangerous Davies through on Ali, but he's right on the rear diffuser. What about MJ Ryan? He's wheel to wheel with Demir in the kick Sauber. And here comes the Aston Martin of Jonathan. Comes right up the inside of turn 3 at Ramoose. It's the Williams of Astos that gets an amazing exit and makes up a couple of places. Here comes Carlos Sainz to make the move on MJ Ryan, the Welshman and the Spaniard going down towards turn 4. The Williams takes the wider line, but back comes MJ Ryan to nick the position back off Carlos Sainz. Astos is through on Demir going in towards Pirelli corner at turn 6, and the Williams already up 3 places. Dangerous Dave all over the rear wing of Phoenix Grey, and Jake the lad is chasing down the Alpine in front, who makes a slight mistake going through turn 9 at Rint. What about this for a race start? A few positional changes, but the top 5 stay where they are. Shane Bolin goes wide, goes for a little drip, but the Alpine driver comes back at him as they go up towards turn 1. They're going to go side by side through here. And it is the 2 Mercedes that squabble. Taz goes in behind and the Dutchy goes through. Here comes Jake the lad in the McLaren, the Papaya McLaren on the inside of the Alpine of Bradders. Can he get the exit down towards turn 4? He's into the slipstream, and the McLaren will take the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix on the second lap. Bradders slots back in behind him. B-Right is there. Lewis W. Dangerous Dave is going to try and go for an overtake on Phoenix Grey, and he just thinks better of it and backs out. Little Drips is through on Shane Bolin, the Alpine on the Mercedes. And there's a lot of movement on track. The 2 Ferraris in P6 and P7, they traded places at the start. And this is where you'll see a lot of overtakes with that DRS. The drivers will stay extremely close to each other for the majority of this. Here comes Bradders. Can he get the position back off Jake the lad going up towards turn 1? He's going to be patient and wait through Castrol Edge at turn 1. And he's definitely close enough to make the move. And Bradders might just go back into the race lead. He's not. And here comes B-Right. Will he try and overtake? He doesn't. And Ali in the Ferrari goes wheel to wheel with Belandervel, and it is the Haas driver that's through. Jonathan on MJ Ryan, the Aston Martin driver. Here comes the Red Bull to try and take it back off him. Bradders is back into the lead of the Grand Prix, and the Red Bull of MJ Ryan is through on the Aston Martin. Dangerous Dave, look at this. He tried it last lap. He's going to try it again. And the Scarlet Ferrari on the V-carb. Wheel to wheel through turn 6 and 7. Can Phoenix Grey get the better exit? He does through turn 8. And here comes Belandervel up the inside as they go down towards turn 9 at Rint. And it is Belandervel that goes in front. Up 4 places now. What about Demir on Jonathan? So much action to keep up with here. Astos is through on Mum and Ryder. The Williams now up to P9. Mum and Ryder goes late on the brakes. They've tangled. And into the wall goes Astos and Mum and Ryder. And Jake the lad is back into the lead. Belandervel is from Phoenix Grey. And Dangerous Dave is going to try and make an overtake as well. Phoenix Grey will get the exit. Here comes Ali, the man from Belgium. Will get a 2-for-1 deal down towards turn 4. Surely he's not looking for the triple overtake. Not this time. The 2 Scuderias back in P6 and P7 where they started. MJ Ryan is back through on Aston, but can he try the old switcheroo in the Williams? And Shane Bolin in the Mercedes, slotting in behind that McLaren. And Smalley in the Aston Martin on the back of Carlos Sainz. It's Jake the lad who is your race leader. Let's have a look at the tyres now. Every single driver on the mediums, barring Mum and Ryder and Smalley on the hards. So Mum and Ryder, who wanted to go for the long distance, that's going to be cut up short because of that damage and that collision with Astos, I think. Here comes B-Right on the back of the Alpine. He's going to move over to the right-hand side. He's going to go later on the brakes, and the V-cab is going to move up to P2. For how long? The Alpine will come in right behind him. Astor's through on MJ Ryan. Demir and Jonathan swap places. Jonathan will try and go back up the inside, and he is back through, but for how long? Here comes Jonathan, Astor's, Demir, and MJ Ryan. And that is a yellow flag waving. That's a Mercedes at the back. Mullen Ryder is also through on Demir. He lost a lot of places there. Astor's on the inside of MJ Ryan. Back up to P9. Onto the gravel slightly for MJ Ryan. So Ali on the back of Palandavel. Oh, Palandavel with a time penalty. So what about MJ Ryan on Astor's? Just backs out there. Was going to go for the overtake. Here comes Mullen Ryder on Jonathan. Oh, Demir is round. Demir is into the wall, and he's got front wing damage. The Kick Sauber driver has had a collision. So Jake the Lad is still into the lead. B Wright is behind him. Here comes Bradders in the Alpine. Still, they stay in position. Mullen Ryder through on Jonathan, the wheel to wheel, down towards turn 4, but Jonathan's got the straight line speed. What about Astor's and MJ Ryan as well? The Red Bull driver trying to hold it down the inside, but he'll have to take the wider line through Pirelli corner. Tries to switch it back. Mullen Ryder and Jonathan doing the exact same thing as they go side by side down towards turn 7 at Verve corner. Jonathan leaves him the space, and he's cut the corner slightly there. Might have got a warning. The McLaren driver just having to settle in for P12. So a good, exciting battle between some of the drivers. Ali on the back of his teammate of Dangerous Dave. And they are right on the tail of Palandavel. MJ Ryan is back through on Astor's, but for how long? Here comes B Wright for the lead of the Grand Prix, and B Wright is into P1. Bradders goes for a move on Lewis, and they are side by side. What about Jake the Lad and B Wright? This is amazing. Jake the Lad is back in to the lead of the Grand Prix here in Austria. Lewis W is from Bradders. Palandavel. Here comes Ali on Dangerous Dave. The two Scuderias will go wheel to wheel, but Dangerous Dave just touches the gravel ever so slightly, and Ali is through. Mullen Ryder on Jonathan in the Aston Martin, has a little snap, collects Jonathan on the way back in. Down towards turn 6 at Pirelli corner. And Dangerous Dave is now down to P7, and the Ferraris have swapped places. But they know they've got Palandavel in front of them, who's not going to get the DRS. So these two Ferraris will try to attack. Here comes Phoenix Gray, but he's going to be a little bit more patient than that. B Wright is extremely close to Jake the Lad, and he is going to go for another move up the inside as they go up the hill towards Ramus at turn 3. Shane Bolin is out the Grand Prix. Jake the Lad with the old switcheroo. He will get that rear wing open now. No, he doesn't. Why did none of them get DRS? I think, is that because of the yellow flag? I'm not sure. Ali on Palandavel will go up the inside of turn 4. The two Ferrari-powered cars side by side. It is Ali that will get the outside line, but he's going to have to stick it there on Palandavel. And it is the Belgian that just nudges in front of the Swedishman, and then Palandavel comes back at him. The Ferrari is onto the gravel. Phoenix Gray goes through, and a time penalty for Ali. Palandavel and Dangerous Dave also squabbling. We are already on lap 9. MJ Ryan and Astor's having a good little tussle. Mullen Ryder on the back of Jonathan once more, and he's going to get that DRS up towards Castrol Edge at turn 1. And that is Jake the Lad on B Wright. And once again they trade places. Dangerous Davies through on Palandavel. Palanda slotting in behind him, and Mullen Ryder on Jonathan. Wheel to wheel once more, and later on the brakes goes Mullen Ryder, and Jonathan back to P12. Here comes Ali, Phoenix Grey, Smalley on Carlos Sainz, the Aston Martin on the Williams. Carlos Sainz tries to switch it back, Smalley slams on the brakes, and nothing he can do about that. Cinders had a little collision there, or is he? I don't know if he's even in his car there. Here comes Carlos Sainz once more on Smalley, in towards turn 4, and the Williams is back in front of the Aston Martin driver. Down towards Pirelli at turn 6, and the Dutch is round. The Dutch, he just slides around turn 6, and he's lost a position. So we've had 3 different leaders already. So will be able to get this position. It's going to be deja vu for the 3rd time, and B Wright moves back into the lead, going into turn 3 once again. Lewis W now into the podiums. Bradders in behind him. MJ Ryan will make the move on Asters. Can Asters get it back though? He got a really good exit there, MJ Ryan. Yellow flags are waving once more. And that is Cinders. And nothing Asters can do on MJ Ryan this time. Here comes Jonathan on Mum and Ryder. And he's just a little bit far back to make anything happen. Cinders is going to get overtaken by Taz, and Taz in the Mercedes moves through and up to P17, making a move into Ramus at turn 3. Great overtake from the Mercedes. Shane Bolland is out. Really unfortunate for Shane. He's just having no luck recently. Literally having no luck. Ali on the back of Phoenix Grey. And Asters on the back of MJ Ryan, but he's being patient. He's letting off the throttle. He doesn't want to go for the move here. What about Jake the lad on B Right? He is going to go for the move up the inside of turn 2 at Ramus. B Right is going to try and switch it back. What about Asters on MJ Ryan once more, and Palandavel on Dangerous Dave. Ali on Phoenix Grey. Wow, there is action everywhere. Ali and Phoenix Grey, wheel to wheel once again down towards turn 4. But Ali comes out on top. MJ Ryan, the Welshman, is back through on the Irishman. And Asters is finding it a lot more difficult than he would have hoped to get through this grid. And look at the top 4, separated by less than a second between all 4 of them. Bradders is closing the gap here on lap 11, but just not enough. That is Smalley on Carlos Sainz. That is Cinders onto the gravel, and he is now being lapped. And here comes B Right, and he's going to make the move really early. What about Lewis W? He's charging as well. But B Right back into the lead on lap 12. Asters is throwing MJ Ryan. What about Dangerous Dave on Palandavel? The Ferrari driver goes up the inside of the Haas. He will open that rear wing once again. And the Scuderia driver is going to move in front of Palandavel. What about Ali as well? Will they be a double Ferrari overtake? There's not. Palandavel will try and switch it back on Dangerous Dave. And Phoenix Grey's just watching all of this unfold in front of him. And MJ Ryan not able to do anything about Asters. A little snap there from Mum and Ryder as he opened the door for Jonathan Curran in the Aston Martin. The Dutchman not going to go for the move just yet. Carlos Sainz and Smalley still battling. Taz is into the pit lane. Asters with a 3-second time penalty. Jake the lad and Bradders are into the pit lane. Bradders has just absolutely smashed Jake the lad through the pit lane, and he's given him a 10-second time penalty. I'm sure that will be removed at the end of the race by the looks of that. Here comes Palandavel and Dangerous Dave. Oh, he's gone for an unconventional overtake there, going on to the gravel. The Ferrari will still be there and thereabouts, going down towards turn 4. Who got the DRS? And it's Dangerous Dave that is opening the rear wing. And once again, he's going to go for this move on Palandavel. And whilst all of this is happening, Ali's just watching his teammate fight with the Haas driver in front. Phoenix Grey as well. Doesn't need to really do anything at this point. Jonathan on Mum and Ryder. Is he close enough as to go down towards Pirelli corner at turn 6? He's taking a wider line so he can just dart into there. Into the pit lane goes Lewis W and B Right. And they won't make any mistakes. Here comes Polandovelli speeding. Oh, he's done really well to slow that down. Dangerous Dave is now into the lead with his Ferrari teammate of Ali Ali. Where will B Right and Lewis come out compared to the other two drivers? Mum and Ryder up to P3. Jonathan in P4. Here comes B Right. And Jake the lad is coming through. Jake the lad is going to be in front of B Right, but here comes Bradders for the lead. B Right has come right back out behind him. He's going to have cold hard tyres though, but that's not going to make a difference. And it is Bradders up to P5. Ali Ali is through on his teammate of Dangerous Dave. And Jake the lad is going to try and go for this move back on Bradders. Anything you can do, I can do as well. And Jake the lad up to P5. B Right is there. Lewis W has lost the DRS train. He needs to hurry up and get right back in that. Dangerous Dave back through on Ali Ali. Are these Ferrari drivers working together? And I think they were, because Ali Ali has gone in front of Dangerous Dave has gone in front of Ali Ali to give him DRS. Look, he's giving DRS down towards turn 1. Did he give him DRS? And then he's pitted. So that might have been a tactical move there. Here comes Bradders into the pit lane. Dangerous Dave and Jonathan. And what about Asters on Smalley? Round the outside coming out of turn 10. And Asters will move in front of Smalley. So everybody's pitting, and I just cannot tell where everybody is. Here comes Bradders up the inside into turn 2 at Ramus. And the Alpine driver will go back in front of the McLaren. Will B Right try and overtake. Lewis W is nearly back within DRS range. Polandovel on Phoenix Grey and the VCAB driver, they both get DRS because of that Ferrari in front. And at Phoenix Grey, he's an extremely clean driver as well, Phoenix Grey, so he won't go for any unnecessary moves. Yeah, Isman, that penalty has to be removed at the end, definitely. That is so unfair. He's slowed down and then he's been shoved through the line and got a speeding penalty. So here comes Ali Ali into the pit lane. Mum and Ryder is now the race leader, but he started on the hard compounds, remember. Bradders is already catching him up. Ali Ali, where's Ali Ali going to come out compared to his teammate? And Dangerous Dave is coming through. And Ali Ali, considering he pitted a lap later, this is a brilliant pit stop. Dangerous Dave is back in front. Polandovelli's going to try the double Ferrari overtake up towards turn 2 at Ramus. He has done the double Ferrari overtake. Dangerous Dave, Ali Ali. Dangerous Dave gets a 3-second time penalty. And that's the Dutch on Lil Drips, who is onto the grass. Jay the lad is through on his teammate of Mum and Ryder. Will Mum and Ryder try and help him out and hold up the pack? Surely he's going to do a bit of a Sergio Perez here. Bradders is getting a bit frustrated, and you can see it in the way he's driving. Mum and Ryder is nearly taken out of this Grand Prix. B Right does it the clean way, and through he goes on the papaya. Mum and Ryder was trying to do everything to hold up the pack for his teammate there. Asters is through on Polandovel. Phoenix Grey does get through on Ali Ali, who's made a mistake. What about B Right now? So they've lost DRS to Jake the lad. And that was poor driving there. He had to be a little bit more patient, the Alpine driver. B Right is going to make the move and up to P2. Mum Ryder is still there, and he's using the drivers in front to help him. Here's Lewis W. And what about Asters on Dangerous Dave? He is going to try and lunge up the inside. Asters in the Williams, but he doesn't get the exit he wanted. But he is going to have DRS, and here comes Asters in the Williams. And through on Dangerous Dave goes the Irishman. Good racing. Lewis W, he will be a lot more patient on Mum and Ryder. And this is exactly how you've got to overtake. You don't want to ruin your race or their race just to gain a second and be impatient. Around turn 10, great exit for Lewis W. He's going to get the DRS, he's going to use his battery, and that is exactly how you overtake Lewis W in the Haas up to P4 and still within DRS range of the drivers in front. So we are exactly halfway through this Grand Prix. Carlos Sainz, who is having a race interview at the end of this Grand Prix, he wanted to show that he can do something, but he's just not giving the fans what they want to see at the moment. Here comes Palandavel on Phoenix Gray. And they both will have DRS on Asters, but they're not close enough to even touch him yet. Palandavel later on the brakes on Dangerous Dave. Dangerous Dave switches it back. Can the Scarlet Ferrari nick it back off him? He can't. What about Ali on Phoenix Gray around Pirelli corner at turn 6? And one Scarlet Ferrari doesn't get it done. The other one does. Ali up to P9. Palandavel with another time penalty. Let's just have a look at the penalties. That's a lot of penalties for Asters and Palandavel. What about Bradders on B right? Remember, he's a bit of a sitting duck now. He's not got DRS to Jake the lad who's actually pulling away. And Bradders in the Alpine will move back through and up to P2. B right in P3, Lewis W in P4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 for Great Britain. Then comes Sweden and Ireland. It was Ireland until the other Swedishman came through, and Palandavel up to P6. Dangerous Dave is also going to make a move on Asters and Palandavel as well. And Dangerous Dave with a double overtake. Can he hold it around the outside of turn 4? He can. A little snap from the Haas, and Dangerous Dave with one of the overtakes of the season. Into Pirelli corner at turn 6. Davis holding on. Ali and Phoenix Gray go wheel to wheel. The V-Cab and the Scuderia into turn 7 and 8. And now here comes MJ Ryan in the sister car of the Red Bull. Mum and Ryder finally into the pit lane. He will be flying. I said the drivers were saving soft compounds here, but I don't think so. B right is back from Bradders. Jake should get his penalty removed. Oh, 100% Isman. 100%. That is Palandavel that is going to come back on Dangerous Dave. And who's that up the inside? That is Asters with a cheeky little move up the inside. The Williams driver out of nowhere is into P6, and he might even make that P5. Down towards turn 4 we go. And Asters, the Irishman, with another overtake and up to P5. There's just so much happening on track. It's amazing. So Asters will hold it there. All the other drivers are just separated by like literally tenths of a second. These two Ferraris, considering they're like mid-battle as well, they've done really well. Little Drips did get through on MSC F1 Cinders. That is a yellow flag. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Yeah, considering the two Ferraris have been next to each other the majority of this race, they've done really well to have sort of no collisions. MJ Ryan is through on Phoenix Gray. And that is Bradders that is back from B right, the Alpine and the V-Cab side by side. Bradders goes off track. Lewis is going to make the move. Is there Haas driver going to get that move done? He is. Lewis W is up into the podiums. Palandavel on Dangerous Dave and Asters as well. MJ Ryan and Phoenix Gray. And Dangerous Dave back up to P5. Nobody's staying in position. Ali goes round the outside of Asters in the Williams. How long is this going to carry on for? It is brilliant. This is why Austria, when I did my race interview yesterday, Austria is my favourite track on Formula 1 because you are absolutely guaranteed action every time. So, Bradders on the back of Lewis. Look how close this midfield pack is. Look at that exit from Phoenix Gray on MJ Ryan. And Phoenix Gray is through, coming out of turn 10 up towards turn 1. And that is Lewis W that's made an overtake on B right. Lewis W is up to P2. They are 2.1 seconds behind Jake the Lad after losing that DRS due to Jake the Lad's teammate Mum and Ryder. So the teamwork of McLaren has worked superbly well. There's been a collision with Ali and Phoenix Gray in towards turn 3 at Ramus. And that has cost them dearly. Here comes Dangerous Dave on Palandavel up the inside. Palandavel will have the grip around the outside, but the shorter route looks like the favoured route for the Ferrari driver. They nearly touch, they nearly lock wheels down towards turn 7 at Verf Corner. And Bradders still there. Be right in at P3. Lewis W now in P2. They need to start chasing down Jake the Lad. Dangerous Dave. Oh, he's still trying to get through on Palandavel. 13 laps to go, and Dangerous Dave does get through on Palandavel. What about Asters? And B right back up to P2. Are they starting to work together now with that DRS to catch up to Jake the Lad? And Asters, is he going to try that overtake? He's not this lap. Cinders is back through on little drips. And the Red Bull driver of MSCF1 Cinders back through. MJ Ryan, Asters, all with DRS. Landavel did get DRS as well on Dangerous Dave, but they were a little bit far back to make the move. Ali is 2 seconds behind them, and Phoenix Gray is there as well. Them two just falling a little bit back because of that collision that they had. But because the drivers are fighting in front, it won't be too long before they're back in that DRS train. Oh, look how close Bradders is to Lewis W. Jake the Lad still opening up the gap. Little Drips is back through on Cinders. Yeah, they are opening up that gap. Jake the Lad, his teammate has done him a really solid performance here by just holding up the pack ever so slightly, that just got him outside that DRS range. Really well played by the Papaya Rules. Palandavel through on Dangerous Dave. So is Asters. And when you've not got DRS, it is a struggle to hold position. Phoenix Gray on Ali, the Scotsman versus the Belgian. Mullen Ryder with the fastest lap of this Grand Prix. That's a good lap there from Mullen Ryder. And an extra well-deserved point at that. Cinders just falling off a little bit from Little Drips. So 12 laps to go here in Austria. And it is Bradders still there. I could not tell you who's going to get a podium here. I really couldn't. And I could not tell you who's going to finish P5, 6, 7, 8, or even 9 and 10. Bradders with a time penalty. That is huge. Here comes Asters on Palandavel. Yellow flags are waving. Asters in the Williams in towards turn 1. Makes the move. MJ Ryan is through on Dangerous Dave. Lewis W is through on B right. Jonathan on Phoenix Gray. Phoenix Gray's had a huge mistake, and that's what the yellow flags were for. Dangerous Dave is back through on MJ Ryan. Will he make the move over the outside of Asters? He'll switch it right back. He'll get a great exit. But Asters gets that DRS open as well. So Palandavel is the driver in front. It was Dangerous Dave just a lap ago. That's how quickly things can change. And Lewis W 2.3 behind Jake the Lad. So they are starting to catch up slightly now. Remember, Lewis W, I think it's B right and Jake the Lad. Their tyres are a lap fresher, I think. No, Lewis W and B right's tyres are a lap fresher. Here comes Bradders on B right down towards turn 1. What about MJ Ryan on Dangerous Dave? And B right, is he going to move back into P2? He is. The V-Cab will make the move on the Haas of Lewis W, and up to P2 goes B right. What about MJ Ryan on Dangerous Dave? Asters once more. He's been involved with everything this evening. Asters, Lewis W, just slotting in behind B right. A quick slide through there for Bradders. Landavel playing it safe this lap. That is a yellow flag, and that is a McLaren. Oh, Mullen Ryder is round. Oh, Mullen Ryder in the Papaya is round. Look at this for a battle between Palandervel. That's Smalley on Mum and Ryder, obviously. Palandervel on the back of Astas. He's going to get that DRS. Surely he'll get the overtake. If he waits, he might leave himself open for the Ferrari behind, but he's very tactical with it. Lewis W does go through on B right, but we'll stay on board with this a minute. This four-way battle going up towards turn 3 at Ramus. It is the Williams that's holding on, but the Haas driver will go up the inside, and Palandervel back to P5. We do have MJ Ryan involved with all of this tussling at full position. It's who's going to be in front by the end of this race. Yeah, these penalties are crazy. MJ Ryan does get through on Dangerous Dave. Was there a slight mistake there from the Ferrari? Let's just have a look at the penalties. Wow. 3 for Bradders, 12 and 12 for Palander and Astas. 3 for MJ Ryan and Dangerous Dave. MJ Ryan is through on Astas. What about Bradders? The little drips for the 3 second. It's a very tricky track. That's Dangerous Dave that's lost a few positions. That's Astas into the pit lane. Wow! Astas has pitted. Is that the right decision? Surely he's not struggling that much. B right is through on Lewis W. What about Dangerous Dave on MJ Ryan? He's also through. Jonathan and Phoenix Gray move through on Astas. Yeah, that's a strange decision for me for Astas, unless them hards were really bad. But he looked like he was competing really well. But that's going to be onto the soft compounds for him. Oh, here comes Dangerous Dave around the outside of turn 6 at Pirelli corner. And Dangerous Dave up to P6. Palandervel with another time, but that's 15 seconds now. We know that Austria is a real tricky circuit with penalties because you're literally driving over every chicane. But 15 seconds is a bit excessive. I would rather lose 0.3 of a second than cut a corner me. But I know it's going to cost me positions during the race, but I know I will make them back up at the end of the race because of penalties. Here comes MJ Ryan. He's absolutely flying in that Red Bull. And look how close he is now to Dangerous Dave in front. And the Red Bull driver is going to go for the move into the slipstream. Moves out to the left. And the Red Bull driver is through on the Ferrari. But for how long? And the Welshman goes side by side with that Scarlet Ferrari. And who is that that's just lost a position? And 2.4 is the gap now. Remember, B Right and Lewis W do have 1 lap fresher tyres. MJ Ryan and Dangerous Dave go side by side through turn 7 at Verve Corner. Down towards turn 9 now at Rince. Still nothing to separate them, but it is MJ Ryan that slots in front. Mum and Ryder gets the overtake on little drips in the Alpine. Phoenix Gray all over the rear diffuser of Jonathan in the Aston Martin. What about Lewis W on at B right? The Haas driver is through on the V-carb. MJ Ryan on Dangerous Dave. He got the overtake done. He got it taken back off him. But once more, he's going to show his pace up towards turn 3 at Ramus. The Red Bull driver late on the brakes. Dangerous Dave gives him a considerable amount of space there. And rightly so. And here comes MJ Ryan once more. And he will take that position back. Phoenix Gray up the inside of Jonathan, who switches it back. And the Aston Martin driver of Jonathan back in front of Phoenix Gray in the V-car with the DRS as well. What a switch back that was from the Aston Martin driver. Little drips is into the wall in the Alpine. 6 laps to go here in Austria. Isman, I think Jake the Lad's penalty will be removed 1,000,000%. Yeah, you can't. He's done nothing there. The driver has drove into the back of him and sped him through into the pit lane. I wouldn't even mind, there was so much time for the driver behind to brake as well. Here comes B right on Lewis W. They are starting to catch Jake the Lad now. They are using the DRS to their advantage finally, and they are only 2 seconds behind Jake the Lad with 1 lap fresher tyres. That is going to be absolutely vital come the end of this Grand Prix. Mullen Ryder is through on Demir, the McLaren on the Sauber. Can Demir respond? What about Ali on MJ Ryan, the Ferrari and the Red Bull? And it's Leclerc and Verstappen down towards turn 4. Little Drips is out of this Grand Prix. And it is Ali that comes out in front of the Welshman. 2 Ferraris in 6 and 7 again. Phoenix Gray goes wheel to wheel with Jonathan and slots in front of him. Well played by the Scotsman. The 2 drivers that I call the Flying Scotsman and the Flying Dutchman battling on track for P9 and P10. Here comes MJ Ryan on Ali. He gets a really good exit there. What about Lewis W on B right? And once again they trade places. Jake the Lad is just taking it up a gear now. He can see them in his rear mirror. 4 laps to go. This is going to be really tasty at the end. Here comes Asters on Jonathan down towards turn 1 at Castrol Edge. And it is Asters that moves in front of Jonathan. Is he going to try and catch Phoenix Gray at the same time? Up towards Ramus at turn 3. He's going to go way late on the brakes there, the Williams driver. And he's caught the VCAB driver out by surprise, and Asters is through, but he is on them fresh soft compound tyres. He is flying. Here comes Jonathan up the inside of the VCAB. The Aston Martin driver tussling for P10. Round turn at 5 and down towards turn 6 at Pirelli corner. Jonathan's in front. The 2 Scarlet Ferraris trade places for the 4th time this Grand Prix. Here comes B right on Lewis W. They are now 2.6 behind Jake the Lad. He's preserved his tyres maybe, Jake. And now it's time to heat him up a little bit. Ali on the back of Palandavel. Moves over to the left. And it is Ali that goes through the Belgian driver on the Swedishman. Nothing the Haas can do about that. Phoenix Gray on the back of Jonathan. Is he close enough with that rear wing open to try and make a move? He's going to go up towards Ramus at turn 2. He's looking for the move up the inside. He thinks better of it. An unconventional way of entering that corner, and that will hinder him as he comes out of Ramus and down towards Roach at turn 4. And no, he's not able to make the move. Just slams on them brakes. 3 laps to go here in Austria. Oh, Asters penalties. Yeah, he's got 15, same as Palandavel. 12 for the Dutch. MJ Ryan on the back of the 2 Ferraris and the Haas. Here comes Lewis W on B right. And Lewis W is back up to P2. 2.5 seconds behind Jake the Lad with 2 laps to go. Phoenix Gray's into the pit lane. Phoenix Gray's into the pits with 2 laps to go. Oh, is he going for the fastest lap? Here comes Palandavel. And it's now time for that sort of DRS chicken to kick in, where the drivers will start to wait and not go for the overtake so they can do it on the last lap. This is where we're sort of up to now. Not for Palandavel, though. Through on Ali. And wheel to wheel go the Haas and the Ferrari, and the 2 Ferraris trade places once more. Dangerous Dave up to P6. And he's going to go for that move on Palandavel on the last lap, surely. Oh, Bradders gets another time penalty. He absolutely bombed it over that apex there. So B right and Lewis don't have to worry about Bradders now. He's got 6 seconds worth of time penalties. A Dangerous Dave with 3 seconds. And they are coming for Palandavel. And B right on Lewis W. And it doesn't look like there's going to be able to catch Jake the Lad. 1.5 laps to go. Bradders is going to go for the move on Lewis. Can he get it done? He's maybe going to use the battery. He's not able to catch him. And the Alpine driver will have to stay where he is. Palandavel in the house around the outside of the Ferrari. Here comes MJ Ryan in the Red Bull. Ali didn't get a good exit at all. MJ Ryan is chasing down Dangerous Dave down the inside as they go in towards turn 4. The Red Bull driver is through on the Ferrari. What about Demir on Mum and Ryder? He's extremely close to the back of that Papaya. But on to the very final lap. It has been all action at the front of this Grand Prix. The yellow flag's waving once more. And Bradders, is he going to go for it? We are on the very final lap of this Grand Prix. A slight mistake there by Jake the Lad. B-Rai is 3 seconds behind him. And the undercut, with the help from his teammate, has been an incredible strategy from Jake the Lad here in Austria. Bradders might go for the move. MJ Ryan into turn 1 at Castrol Edge. This is where it all matters. Lewis W on B-Right. This is her position. B-Right in the house. Will he go for the move on Lewis? Sorry, will Lewis go for the move? Dangerous Dave on MJ Ryan goes up the inside of the Red Bull. They do touch. And through goes Ali. The Belgian driver says thank you very much. And up to P6 he goes. And Palandavel in his head is cheering. He's safe. Jake the Lad is coming in towards the into turn 9. The Papaya McLaren with an unbelievable race, an incredible strategy and great teamwork. Jake the Lad wins the Austrian Grand Prix. B-Ride takes P2, Lewis P3 and Bradders takes P4. Palandavel, these are still fighting, the 2 Ferrari drivers. Palandavel will get P5. Oh, he snaps it! Palandavel has made a huge mistake and gifted the positions to the 2 Ferraris. MJ Ryan takes P5. Wow! Jonathan is through on Asters with the penalties that Asters has got. So Jonathan up to P9. Great race. Smalley with a DNF there. Don't know why that is, but he is 14th. That was a really good race, guys. So let's go through the final standings, guys. So your race winner, I think it is Jake the Lad. He did have a time penalty, but I think that might get removed. But we'll go through it in the order that it says on the screen. So in P1, it's B-Right in the V-Cab. Lewis W in P2. Jake the Lad in P3, but he might get that 10-second removed. F7R Bradders in the Alpine in P4. MJ Ryan in the Red Bull in P5. Ali in P6. His teammate of Dangerous Dave in P7. Palandavel in P8. Jonathan in the Aston Martin in P9. And Asters in the Williams P10. The Dutchie takes P11 and Phoenix Gray doing a Lando Norris getting the fastest lap on the final lap of the race. Carlos Sainz in P13, Smalley P14, Demir P15, Mum and Ryder in P16, MSC F1 Cinders in P17, Taz in P18, Little Drips in P19 and Shane Bollen in P20. So what a race, what a Grand Prix. Well done to everybody that competed. It was a brilliant race to commentate on, as always, here in MSC. It's always an absolute pleasure to commentate on these drivers and, you know, to be welcomed in and to be given an opportunity to commentate on you guys and join the community that MSC is absolutely incredible. So thank you all so much for the support. Thank you all for tuning in. And I will see you all later. Have a good week, everybody.
I gotta